Share my screen. So for anyone who's doing Dispo right now, including Ahmed, this is how you can, well, let me actually go all the way through it. So my drive, this is shared with all of you guys. This link has been shared with all of you guys. And so you're going to go to Reborn Solutions resources. Here, for those of you, again, who are on Dispo, here is our property inventory. This will always be updated. Right now, we have quite a few deals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a lot more here. So about 15 deals here. Focus on these first 5, really. If you're killing it, if you're selling all of them, cool, go ahead and focus on other ones as well. But these ones are first priority. And so, for example, I know a lot of you guys who are starting really need your hand held, kind of need to be walked through the process. So, for example, let's use this property, Boulevard. Actually, no, not this one. Markwood Ave. This one has a really good spread on it as far as the asking price and the ARV at $95K spread, about a 50, 60K rehab. And actually this is a very modest ARV. The ARVs realistically are probably around 215. So a little bit lower. Most wholesalers, they would say this is 240. They'll overestimate. So again, here you have the ARV, you have the asking price, rehab. We don't necessarily put rehab in there. I've shown you guys how to do rehab before. However, different investors have different both contracting teams, and they'll do different stuff with it. So kind of leave that up to the investor. You can guesstimate what the rehab would be, which on this one is 50, 60K, 70K max, depending on what they do with it again. But so what you're going to do is go here. Excuse me. You see the information. And what I showed earlier is, I actually need to stop sharing my screen for 1 second. Share screen. 1 second. Share screen. Okay, cool. Here you see all the property details. And really the easiest way to get started is just to go to Facebook. So you can go to Facebook. As I showed earlier, you can just post it. I've already posted it, so I'm just going to show you what I posted.
Yeah, I saw that.
Now here it is. Investment opportunity, Indianapolis, Indiana, blah, 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 blah. All the details pretty much that were in there, I put those here. Now that is a very passive way of doing it. Great opportunity, cool. We'll probably reach out to that guy as well. And then another thing you want to do is right here, what's the area code? 46227, right? Cool. So 46227. Okay, so what you might want to do is, when mine is on, it's coming up a lot. Cool. Let's do what is it? Indianapolis. Let's do, so cash buyers. Let's do, actually, hold on. Looking for 46227. Cool. Now, what you do when you see this, what you should see is different people. If you scroll down enough, I guess, you should see other people, and I'm really seeing a lot of myself, which is not a bad thing, because that means you're advertising. So always be advertising, always be marketing. Even if you're working on a deal that's about to close tomorrow, be advertising, always be marketing.
It's all about.
Looking for buyers, cash buyers, Indianapolis. Looking for cash buyers, Indianapolis. This was a little bit old, but basically you can go here. Cool. email, interested, email, blah, 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 blah. Take all these emails, email them the deal, and message them as well. And then there are some people to reach to look out for. So don't mess with this chick, Sherry Rains. She is a notorious daisy chainer, which means she will say she's a buyer and she will send them out to buyers, although I've never seen her close a deal. Same with another chick. Her name is what is her name? Ashley White. Don't deal with her. Block her, actually, especially if you're going to be putting the address on your listing. Another one here, kind of same deal. Go through here, check out the emails, start some conversations. Let's see. So let me find one. Chris Ortiz. So let's just use Chris Ortiz as an example. So I'm going to message him, hey, Chris, hope you are well. I saw your comment on a post regarding that. I was looking for cash buyers in Indianapolis. My team and I have quite a few deals. I would be happy to send your way to see if any of them. And actually, let's see which ones of them fit your criteria. Because then he has a decision to make which one fits your criteria, not do they fit your criteria, because we really have properties that'll fit anyone's criteria, given the vast amount of properties we have to dispo. You guys have, if you have any buyers, you should be able to find a deal through the spreadsheet.
You gotta
So,
keep them. Hey, bro.
yeah.
So I have a question. I find a buyer, right? Do I got them for proof of funds letter?
No, I mean, not necessarily. You're cutting out very, very badly as well. But no, you don't really need a proof of funds letter.
The speaker's kind of dead.
I mean, I would, obviously vet them out if they're going to go see the property, especially if it's not a vacant property. I would vet them out over the phone, make sure they're actually a serious buyer. Cool. See which ones fit. Which ones? Okay, so that's just bad grammar. Okay. Which of them fit your criteria? Cool. And actually, it looks like, now that I see it, it looks like he might actually be a wholesaler himself. Hello, everyone. I'm new here. Currently building up a buyer list in the state of Indiana. Cool. So it looks like he's actually not a buyer from what I can tell. Looks like he's a wholesaler. Which is okay in some cases. Some cases we will JV if we can't find a buyer ourselves. In most cases, we want to keep it in-house so that our margin is better. And this is a chick, by the way, Ashley White. So actually, I am friends with her, so I need to go ahead and block her myself. And I recommend everyone else do the same thing. There we go. Blocked. She is, really no other way to say it, she's awful. She is terrible. I know several people who have had deals blown up because of her, who have lost tens or even hundreds of thousands because of her, what she does. So block her. This is the easiest way. Spend a few hours going through Facebook, looking for buyers. Both that means posting our deals for sale, and then another thing is going to Marketplace and posting them here as well. So let's go through that real quick. Just going to add your photos. Is it for sale, for rent? Obviously, it's for sale. What type of property is it? Usually it would be a house. Sometimes it might be a townhouse or whatever. Details, price, property address, description. If you know this, cool. If not, it's optional, so you don't really need it. Put some pictures. Put like 4 or 5 pictures. You don't need to put all of them. Ideally, put some pictures that look good, and then because you want to have those conversations. Because what I've told some of you, and what I've tried to tell all of you, but some of you who just haven't been able to come to the meetings yet, is if you're talking to an investor about a property, you're not. The main objective is not to sell them that property. The main objective is to create a relationship. Because even if they don't buy that property, we will have other properties in the near future that they might be interested in. So if you have, again, it's relationships over transactions. Are you going after the relationship, or are you going after the transaction? A transaction will pay you one time. A relationship will pay you several. Is it a house, or is it a person? Is it a deal, or is it a person? It's a person with a deal. But even if a deal doesn't come along, it's still a person. So treat them as such. Treat them like a person. Another thing, obviously, you can do is coming back over here, going to Craigslist, and pretty much doing the same thing. You can't really reverse engineer it as much, or at least I haven't in the past. But post an ad, and it says ad. It's like ads are free on here. Real estate by owner. Posting title. Usually, just if it's a 3-1, put 3-1. Fix and flip. So actually, yeah, this is what I used earlier. So 3-1 fix and flip, 1792 square feet, 95K spread. Zip code is 46227 on this one specifically. Put in the description. Basically, almost can copy the same thing. What type of house is it, or what type of housing is it? Is it a house, loft, townhouse, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. This is a house. What's the price? What's the square foot? What is it available? It's available today. So cool. Just keep that on there. Bedrooms, bathrooms. Show my phone number. You guys can, don't put your personal phone number on here, because if you put your personal phone number on here, it won't be recorded, and we want all of our calls to be recorded. Somewhat for legal purposes, but not really much for that. More so that we can audit our calls and see maybe if there's something we forgot on the call, or more so that we can train after the calls on what may or may not have been said that should have been said. And I'm just going to put on a bunch of random stuff here just so I can go to the next page. Cool. We understood blah, 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 blah as the area. Cool. Continue. Then you're going to put pictures, kind of do the same idea, same concept. Put 4 or 5 pictures. Usually your first picture should be a exterior of the house, preferably obviously the front entrance should be your first picture that shows up on the page. Obviously, like, you want to post it like this. I'm just going through it very, very quick. And yeah, so you would not publish it like that, but that's basically the overall idea of it. That's a very quick way to get your first deal, to dispel your first deal. Again, we've gone through Zillow furloughs before, but I'll just show you guys those again. Here we go. I'm actually already on it. Cool. So here's another property that we have right now, 3428 Kinnear Ave. You need to put your email address. So just, again, put your business address there so you don't get a bunch of spam from Zillow. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go through these, and you can call, text, email, and for some of you who haven't done calling before, that might be nerve-wracking to call, but calling is the best way to do it. Actually, funny enough, I actually sold a property on this street, not this one specifically, but I sold a property on that street. So I might have an investor myself. And so what I would do, knowing that, is, hey, I know you like this area. Do you want to check out another property that might be a good rental for you? Yes or no? Yes. Cool. What do you want to check it out? Schedule them. Move forward. Now, as you can see, there's a lot here, a lot of properties. And really, I would go through all of them, especially, some of you guys I know who are new and doing this have quite a lot of time on your hands. to do it. However, I would start with I would start by going through these that are off market, because what off market means is they were actually rented. So, for example, this one actually looks like it just got rented today, so that'd be a perfect one to call. They just got paid. You know, they're feeling good because they got a property rented. Go ahead and get this info. You might, in some cases, you might skip trace it, and obviously that's quicker, that's easier. In other, actually, no, hold on. I think no, that doesn't. Okay. Yeah, so that's not how it works. 3028 Central Ave, cool. You're gonna go here, and you might be able to see the details. May or may not be able to see the details. Not for sale. Cool. So that's pretty much it. And then in order to find them, you can either go here, just go to True People Search. Pretty straightforward. And obviously that's not a name, that's an address. So you're gonna go up with address 3028 Central Ave. And so you see that there's quite a few. So I mean, obviously you don't want to call 50 different people for one property. So that being said, what you can do is just go to DealMachine. Leads, add leads, manually add lead. Cool. 3028 Central Ave. Cool. 46205. Cool. Now you know who owns it, and they are an out-of-state investor. Cherie Hansen. So this is again, like as you can see here, resident, likely renting. Cool. So you're going to go back to this one that says likely owner. Here is, and actually, so they are a serious investor. Total properties owned 14. So as you can tell, they're a serious investor. Okay, so perfect example. Do not call. If it says do not call, because that is a legal thing, and that can get you in a lot of trouble and get you sued. What you can do is you can email this email, and also don't text, because that's the same thing. But let's try and find one where, and actually let me make this 1 mile, because you want to be as close to your property as possible. So 2724 North Dearborn. Cool. Copy. Add leads, manually add lead. Paste. Confirm. Cool. Blown Up LLC. Cool. Likely owner, resident. Okay. It wanted to go away. Cool. Come back. Thank you very much. And that is not even the right one. What just happened? What was that address? 2724. Okay, let me add it again. Well, hold on. Let's see. Cool. Here it is. 2724. Hopefully it doesn't go away this time. Margaret Young, as you can see, likely owner. And it looks like this one, it says resident, so maybe they own it as well. So here you can see do not call. Obviously, again, do not call that number. Minimal usage. You can call. They may or may not pick up. It's a landline. If not, move on to the next one. Move on to the next person that's on here. So you do have another one that's on here. That one, unfortunately, does not have any contact info, but as you can see, Margaret does have a couple emails on here. So television 56 and criprat.5. Okay, cool. So email your deal to her. Again, I'm trying to find one where they have the number. But I don't want to go through all of them. That's pretty much the gist of it. If you find a number that isn't a do not call, especially what you'll see on here is, and let me see, maybe this one has a better one. Cool. So moderate usage. That green is kind of telling you that, well, right there, it says active for 12 months or longer. That would be a good number to call. Not on the do not call list. Call that kind of number. Cool. And you see like this one says no usage in the last 2 months. Pretty self-explanatory. Probably won't pick up. If 317-504-3890 doesn't pick up, maybe call 317-94-06-0628. Probably won't pick up. But also always when you call, also leave a text and an email. And now, obviously, this can be a little bit tedious. So what you could do is you could put them all into a spreadsheet, and from there, what you can do is what was I going to say? Skip trace them all together rather than one by one. But whoever wants to get started on Dispo, tons of deals to Dispo right now. At least 10 numbers here to call, or 10 properties to contact at least. And then again, you can go to oh, not taking that off. Sorry. Go to active rentals. And so these people are people who actively have a property that they're trying to rent. Yeah, so you can call these people as well. Pretty much the gist of it. You can also find very serious buyers. You can go to We Buy Houses Indianapolis, and there's a few different keywords I can drop in here. We Buy Houses Indianapolis. Cool. You're gonna want to avoid ones like this. We Buy Houses because they're nationwide. They won't close as fast. Simple Quarters, I actually know a couple people that work for them. So it's simple, blah, 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 blah. Enter your home address. Cool, enter the home address, enter the details on the next page, and go from there. That's really the gist of it. That's for those who are able to attend the meeting tonight on 12/13. That'll be your guys' homework for the night, is to get started on calling Zillow Furbos and promoting on Facebook, making some relationships, hopefully getting a sale. But even if not, again, making those relationships. And I will show you one last way that you guys can get a deal. So we want 46227 because that's where our property is at. 46227. Cool. 46227 lead types. And once this loads, cash buyers, property types. And actually, let me turn this on. Match all selected. 3,000 cash buyers here. If you want to make it more like your property, because obviously 3,000 is a pretty hefty list to call. Our property is a 3-1, so put 3-1. Simple as that. 3-1. Now that narrowed down to 792. Another thing I would do is the average sale price in Indianapolis is $230,000. So maybe put that as the minimum. Maybe put 80 as the that's 800. Oops. Cool. And now you have a much more narrowed down list from what we had originally, 346 results. If you want to, you can even just go to single family homes because that is what we have. 250. Awesome. And yeah, here is a list of properties that you can contact as well. So kind of the same deal. I can pull these through DealMachine. Get the property contact info, or you can just go through them one by one. Again, copying the address. Boom. and there is some data on it. Again, this one has quite a few owners. This guy may or may not be dead, to be honest. May or may not be dead if he's 97. And sort of what I'm thinking with this is if he's 97, he may be dead, like I said, which means it could have gone through the probate process, which means another investor could have targeted it and bought it as a cash deal. And so that's why it's a cash buyer. That's my thinking with it. Could be completely wrong. Could be still alive and well. If you want better data, go to DealMachine and put that in. I can do that for you. I won't do it one by one because that's just tedious. But if you guys send me a list, I can go ahead and do that for you. And I believe I should be able to add you guys as an account on here as well for those who do want to skip trace some properties. Yeah, so that's about it. If you want to get started on Dispo, here's how to do it. Hope this was valuable for you guys, and let's go do some deals. Have a great day.